Now, in New Zealand, efforts to save one of the world's rarest reptiles are underway, with conservation teams deploying extreme measures to keep the species from slipping into extinction. More about it in the next report. Take a look.
Beach forest near Reefton on New Zealand's South Island, a tiny reptile is clinging to survival under the threat of climate change. The Alborn skink is one of the world's most critically endangered lizards. Fewer than 30 are believed to exist, and all of them remain in a single 5-hectare wetland and nowhere else on Earth.
We're at a really critical moment for the future of this beautiful little lizard, in that with only 30 left, it's either extinction or conservation and the saving of this species, which is something we all have the opportunity to be a part of.
But in recent months, a new threat pushed it closer to the brink. A surge in mouse populations, partly credited to fluctuating environmental conditions, triggered sustained predation on the young skinks. Warmer temperatures and shifting rainfall patterns are also creating more favorable breeding cycles for rodents and intensifying pressure on already fragile ecosystems. For a population this small, even limited losses can be catastrophic. Field teams warned the species could vanish within 5 years without urgent intervention.
If we get another plague within the fenced area, that could wipe out the 30 odd individuals that are left here. But what is looking good for the skink is that we have had zero tracking for the last few months, so they've got a reprieve to start building a good population within the fence.
The response was rapid, with authorities fast-tracking the construction of a predator-proof fence around the wetland. More than 2 meters high and extending deep underground, the barrier is designed to block invasive predators and provide a climate-controlled enclosure for the skinks. But the threat does not stop at the predators. Climate variability is reshaping the skink's habitat by altering moisture levels, vegetation cover, and the delicate microclimate these reptiles depend on. As wetlands fluctuate, so do food sources and shelter conditions critical for survival. Scientists say while the numbers are dangerously low, they remain within the threshold for recovery if conditions can be stabilized in a habitat increasingly shaped by climate stress. 8 skinks are now housed at Auckland Zoo, where the calibrated environment replicates their natural environment, heat, humidity, and shelter carefully built to support breeding. 2 offspring have already been born in captivity, offering a narrow yet critical margin of hope.
Or 40 animals by the time you include the 8 that are here at the zoo. That's usually considered about the minimum, but adequate for a genetic recovery of a population. And in fact, many species have been recovered from far smaller numbers. So although it's not ideal, it certainly should be enough.